Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't like filming in this room because it looks really blank. We just refinished this bed furniture and the dressers to make them from an oak to a like off-white type white color. And yeah, it looks very empty and cold in here. So this is actually our guest room right now and we are still working on it. But obviously I need to do an update for you guys. I owe you that. Since the last time you saw me, we were doing our second IUI. I'm out of breath because I've been running up and downstairs. But yeah, it's definitely very hard for me to update this time because our IUI was not successful and I took it like a heavy blow. Like I found out right before my birthday, which that really doesn't matter when I find out, but this has now been the third Christmas for us that we have been trying and are not pregnant. So naturally this morning when I woke up, it's Christmas Day. There were a lot of, you know, like engagement announcements and pregnancy announcements. There were like 4 on my channel, on my newsfeed this morning. And I'm happy for them. Please don't get me wrong. But even though I'm happy for them, I can be happy and it still hurt me inside. Yeah, it hurts. It sucks. This is the third Christmas. So if you had told me Christmas 1 that we started trying that we wouldn't have a baby by the next 2 Christmases after that, I would have been like, no way, no way, no way. Like Aniston was like just a surprise. It was easy. There she was. And now we are not so lucky. We talked back and forth about what we wanted to do. I started looking into injectable IUIs, which you can't do without the doctor's approval. To me, I don't really know how I feel about them because research hasn't shown that it necessarily is more successful than a regular IUI when it's dealing with male factor infertility. Now, when it's dealing with women who have the issue, it is a little bit more effective. I want to say it's like 6% chance more each time, which to me that's pretty substantial. But I don't know what if it would make sense for us. I wanted to stop IUIs completely. Honestly, when we found out we were not pregnant, I was just over it. I spent a whole 2-week wait over analyzing my symptoms, knowing I should not have done that, knowing I should not have. And the weird thing is I think that me thinking about it too much, my body did have a really different type 2-week wait that I'm used to. So naturally in my mind, oh, it's different, it must mean this. So yeah, I definitely got a little bit ahead of myself. And so obviously, yeah, it sucked. I mean, there's not really another word to put it. So we actually did make an appointment with our fertility specialist for January the 8th. That was the first available time that I could get in with him to discuss if injectable IUIs are something that we want to look into, if we're even a candidate, if it even makes sense for us to, because you guys who have done it know it is a lot more expensive than regular IUIs. And for me, if we have to pay for IVF, then okay, let's just do it. Let's move on. Let's just do it. I don't really want to spend and keep spending money on IUIs, and especially injectable IUIs, if it doesn't make sense. I'd rather spend that money on IVF and like, let's just get pregnant like today. So what we decided to do, because January the 8th is on my calendar, let me backtrack for a second, on my calendar of when I start my cycle, when I ovulate, it's always the same. I can pinpoint it within 1 to 2 days. It's either this day or this day. I'm going to get my positive on this day and I'm going to ovulate one of these 2 days. I'm actually supposed to ovulate on January 5th or 6th. So naturally, I got in the Monday after I ovulated. We wanted to make a decision on if we should just wait this cycle and let it go, or if we wanted to do this cycle and do it different than we have before. Meaning that instead of using a frozen sample, we will use a fresh sample. It kind of works out. I don't know. He took some night shifts those days way in advance, so we had no idea of knowing that we'd be here and be faced with this, but he happens to be taking on night shifts, so he's open all day to do a trip with me there. And the next day he's actually at drill for the military, but they would let him leave if that was the day that I ovulated, to go leave a sample. So it's a very fortunate situation this month, and we decided that we didn't really want to waste it. Most fertility specialists recommend doing 3 IUIs before talking about injectables or talking about IVF. So the only reason why we're trying a 3rd IUI is because I happen to not be able to get into the doctor till the 8th. To me that just kind of seems silly to, you know, not do it, you know, just in case. So my husband has started taking Fertilade. I've heard reviews on this that are amazing. I've heard it's done nothing all across the board. I'm really interested to know if any of you guys who have husbands with male factor, if they've taken it and what your experience has been with it. He says they taste disgusting. I'm sure they do, because anything with a lot of vitamins in it to me tastes really gross. Like prenatals, they don't taste the best. So he only will have been on it about a month when we do the next IUI, but his sperm count is actually increased, and all the vitamins he's taken before this have already worked. The problem that we have is the motility. So hopefully, with us leaving a fresh sample, and the nurse said that it is just most important to leave a fresh sample. Hopefully this is what does the trick for us. Yeah, so that's what we're doing different this month. We are going to have him on Fertilade. We are going to do a fresh sample. Come heck or high water, we will have a fresh sample this time. And yeah, I'll probably eat pineapple afterwards because I'm crazy and think it might help with the implantation. My Clomid is now at 150, not at 100. So that'll be different this time as well. So we'll see, guys. Like, I'm honestly interested to hear what the fertility specialist is going to say when we go in for that appointment. As much as I am fine with doing IVF if we have to, I know how hard it is and what it does to your body. And I see people in real life have gone through it who I have talked to doing it. I've seen their backsides from all the injections and stuff. And I see people on YouTube that do it, and just how difficult and taxing it is and exhausting it is. And then to it not even be a sure thing. Like, there's no guarantee. There's no guaranteed way to get pregnant. I mean, there is no guaranteed anything way to get pregnant. And that kind of frightens me a little bit. Although most people that I know have been successful the first or second round. My sister has twin boys from IVF from one transfer, of one embryo that split into 2. And then my neighbor, who actually works with me and lives behind me, has twin boys as well from transferring 2 embryos. So my husband and I, you know, we're serious, and we are like so ready to get pregnant. That we know that we will proceed with that if that's what the doctor says that he will do. But it has brought up like a lot of emotions of like, am I ready? Can I handle the stress? I don't want to be stressed out while trying to conceive, because I know that it does not help at all to be stressed out about it. So I'm trying to just like let it go. Just, you know, if we don't get it the next time, you know, I still feel like, okay, we'll get pregnant eventually. It's just a longer journey and a different journey than we thought that we would be. I mean, honestly, guys, I've said this before, but I wish I knew back then when we got pregnant with Aniston, like how special of a moment it was. We had no idea that it was so special of a thing, because, you know, for us, we were surprised by it. We had no clue we were pregnant. And so for some reason, I just thought, hey, you know, it should be an easy time to get pregnant. But yeah, it feels good to come on here and like talk about it and just get the feelings out. My husband's dealt with me crying enough. I feel bad for him. But I just wanted to do that quick update for you guys and let you guys know what is going on. So you can expect my hair looks like poop. You can expect our next IUI to be coming up here soon in the end of the first week of January or so. I am currently on Clomid, and I took my first dose the Christmas Eve, which, yeah, I'm just sucks. But I will keep you guys updated as always. Thank you guys for all of the love and support in the comments. I just can't tell you guys enough how much I'll go back and read comments and just be like, oh my gosh, it makes me feel so much better, honestly, even though I like know none of you in real life. It's just nice to have this community of people and women who can support each other during infertility, because a lot of people, even my husband's family, has no idea. They have zero idea that we are going through infertility, that we're even trying, because I'm just normally a guarded person, and I find it much easier to open up to you guys than I do to his family. I don't know why that is. They're very nice people, and it's nothing like that at all. I just feel, I don't know, better doing it this way. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I would love to hear where you guys are at in your pregnancy journey. I know a lot of you are doing IUIs right now, so I would love to hear the results of yours. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.